All right, Cleetus, we're at Talladega.
Dega.
Yeah, man, this is awesome.
Talladega.
So you're gonna race in the ARCA race.
Yep.
In a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like next week.
Right. So I thought it'd be a good idea if you met me down here at Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go take a walk on the racetrack. What do you think?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
It's 2.5 miles. Are we walking the whole thing?
A lot of drivers have won their first race here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that presents the opportunity for you to come in here and shock the world.
If I win at Talladega, do I retire instantly?
Well, you probably won't, because you've got the bug.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna go try to win somewhere else.
I know.
I think the next thing we need to do is take a couple laps.
I would love that.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, I want to see your driving line.
I'll show you a couple things I think might help you in qualifying, and yeah, I'll tell you about the driving line, and
yeah,
we got to get a good finish.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One, I got to finish, but two, I got Dale Jr.'s driving line. I'm good.
All right, let's go do it.
in.
Let's go figure it out. All right.
Talladega.
How do you sit in a car, man? When I sit in a car, I have to have the...
I put it up in my lap.
God, yeah, you're so used to having the steering wheel back.
Mm-hmm.
And the street cars, man, they don't let you bring the steering wheel back far enough.
Yeah, I like that thing right up
I do too. I wish that you could crank this thing way back. All right, so we're pulling off pit road.
Yep. Essentially the same shape as Daytona.
Same shape, yeah.
Try it.
Just, you have more room. I think even pit road might be wider by a few feet. But when you get out on the racetrack, there's almost like an extra lane at this track compared to Daytona. And you'll notice that when you get in the draft. There's plenty of room.
Okay.
So when you're qualifying, if they let you, you need to haul ass off pit road hard as you can go, right?
Yeah.
Hard as you can go.
I don't know if they'll let us up right here.
Yeah.
I think they did. They did in practice. So.
If they let you up here in qualifying, single car runs, get up here against the wall, right? Make the lap as long as you can make it to be able to give your car as much pavement and length as you can to try to get the car up to speed before you cross the finish line to start the lap, right?
Yeah.
So we're up here against the wall in turns 1 and 2, going through our gears, second, third. We're gonna get fourth gear probably somewhere around here on the exit of 2.
Yeah.
But I want you to pay attention to being up here tight against the wall.
Like tight on.
Not super tight. You can be a few feet off one way or the other, but just pay attention to what happens when we get over here. Do you notice that we're going down a hill?
Yep.
Right? Use that hill. So like stay out here. This is a little ramp, right?
Oh yeah.
Roll,
goes for a while.
Just like a soapbox derby, you're going to use that ramp down the hill to allow the car to continue to accelerate.
And is there an advantage of being close to the wall and straightaways?
No.
Is it a disadvantage?
Maybe a little bit of a disadvantage because it changes the cowl pressure. So you have a cowl opening at the back of the hood.
Yeah.
Or no? In your ARCA car?
Yeah, I think they do.
If there's a cowl opening in the back of the hood that feeds air into the air cleaner box, getting close to the wall in certain situations can disrupt that cowl pressure. I wouldn't really worry about it in qualifying, but if the wind's blowing a certain way, it could. You want that air getting in that air cleaner clean.
Yeah.
And you don't want anything to disrupt it. Now, coming into this corner for qualifying, we're still qualifying.
Yeah.
Now we just went up a hill.
Okay.
Did you know, going into turn 3, we went up a hill. Cut that hill a little bit. Don't drive up it.
So go inside a little bit.
Go inside about a half a car length, and then let the car feed back to the wall by the middle of the corner right here. We're back up against the wall, and we're gonna see another hill that we're gonna use on exit of 4 to create a little bit more speed. And so we'll stay out here. Some guys even come down here like this. Feel that?
And they just
hill?
drop down the hill.
Yeah. Some guys will do that, but we're gonna stay up there and use that little hill there out against the wall.
Okay.
And we're still trying to build speed, coming to the green flag. And we're gonna stay up against the wall here.
All the way to the...
Yeah, I think so.
Black line.
Yep.
Oh, all the way through here?
Yeah. You're not getting timed yet. You're not you're gonna start blending down, real slow, blending down. Now we're coming to the green flag for our qualifying line.
Is it all the way up here?
Yeah. Start finish line's right here.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
So now we're taking the green flag for our qualifying lap. Now we just want to run the shortest route possible.
Yep.
So
on the bottom.
Yep. Stay right against the bottom. These are very important rules. Stay right against the bottom. Now this painted thing is up on the track.
Yeah, I see that.
Right? So you can get a little tighter to the apron than you think. But the tighter you run to the apron, the shorter the distance of the lap. If you run up here, you're just adding feet to the lap.
Yeah.
Right? You're just adding feet. You don't want to add feet. So stay close to the apron. Do not hit the apron with the splitter. It's going to slow you down, right?
Yeah.
We're going to run tight all the way around, and don't move the wheel. Don't move the wheel to try to drive the car to the apron. Keep the wheel straight. If you go into the corner, right, and the car moves off the apron like a foot, don't steer it down.
Just leave it.
Just leave it. You've f***ed up, and that's okay. But if you steer it down, now you f***ed up twice.
Yeah.
Right? Any turn of the
Slows
steering
you
wheel
down.
in the load of the corner slows you down. So if you go in there and you just miss the bottom by a foot, just hold it straight and just try to be real smooth with the wheel and don't steer it back down the track.
I would have totally just steered back.
Right. That's just, that's
Might
just
have to
going to slow
mentally
you.
block
That's going to kill your car about a half a mile an hour, quarter mile an hour. So we're gonna let it feed down in here real nice. We're gonna try to get right against this line. We're gonna hold our wheel still. We're not gonna hit the apron with the car. We're not gonna bounce off the apron. We're just gonna roll right through here tight. Hold the wheels tight as you can. Just no real big movement here. And that's pretty much it.
Just let it stay.
Yeah. And that's how you get the best qualifying lap. Use the heels, coming off of both turns, trying to build the speed up.
The only problem is I have to qualify in a group.
Oh, group qualifying.
So I'd have to talk them into, I either have to lead or talk them into watching this video.
Yeah.
What do you think about that group qualifying?
I don't know about that. That sounds crazy.
It's kind of tough.
Yeah. So you got to get drafts all the time.
I'm at the mercy of the 4 other people I qualify with.
Where are they on the track?
They're with me. We have to stay in a group.
What?
So we all can really only go the same speed unless someone backs off, and that's what I'm saying,
That
Dale.
is crazy. I've never even heard of that.
That's what they do in ARCA.
Really? They don't do single car runs?
No.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, if I'm the lead guy, I can direct the pack.
No. So if you're qualifying in a 4-car group, the slowest car is going to be the lead car.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy in 4th is the guy with the best opportunity to make the best run.
Yeah, because he can drop off.
That's right. He can drop off. So basically, if you're the lead car, you're screwed. If you're 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, when you cross the finish line taking the green flag, you want to be a good distance.
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 10 cars even.
Wow.
Behind those guys.
Yeah.
And catching them the entire lap.
Yeah.
So that when you come back around and take the checkered flag, you've ran the lap faster than at least they did, right?
But you kill the lead guy.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Is he your buddy?
Unless you end up the lead guy.
Is he your buddy?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's randomly chosen the day up.
Yeah. So just don't worry about them. Don't worry about them.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Don't be selfish. That's wild,
That's
man.
racing.
Yeah.
I know. It blows my mind.
If you ever do get to run single car qualifying, we can revisit all this information.
Well, that's the goal,
Yeah.
That's the goal. To get up to Xfinity and run single car next year.
Well, I guess if they send you off pit road, I don't know what the rules are, but I would do my best to not be the lead guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like 3rd or 4th. 4th would be probably best.
It's all, the crew chief, he kind of knows everybody on Mark, so hopefully he gets me a good spot. Last time it rained out, so I just got 27th or whatever.
You just did it through qualifying or
they
practice?
Did it off of points.
Points?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because in practice I was fast.
Okay.
And then they just went off of points. So
If they send all 4 of you off pit road together, how many laps do you get? Do you know?
I don't know.
Just got to go like hell.
Only a few. I think you just got to stay together.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the only thing you can do.
It's weird. Okay. Well, I would try to do your best. Like, say we're coming off pit road. Let's just pretend like all 4 of us are coming off pit road. I'd do your best to try to get all of you to build up your speed as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Before you come to the green. Don't dilly-dally and try to hang back. Like, everybody pushing as hard as you can to try to be running the most speed you can run when you cross the green.
For sure.
But as soon as you start to get near the green flag, you do need to create a little distance between you and the car in front of you so you can run up on them and run the faster lap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lay back a little bit.
Do any of these corners at the end kind of pull in like number 4 at Daytona?
No.
Okay.
No, in turn 4 at Daytona and a little bit in 2, it's a little tight, right?
Yeah.
You get a little tight with the front.
Yeah, it pulls you.
A lot of room here. It's just so, these corners will feel bigger, longer. You won't really have any real balance issue. aero issue. Dirty air may be a little weird through the tribal.
But just ride out.
Yeah. I'm going to show you something on the tribal that's kind of weird that we need to be aware of.
Okay. I love this. This is good data.
Yeah.
This is good data.
Especially for the future.
Don't run down here. I think there's a drain down here that might be a problem or a bump or something. So if you have,
well, I'm certainly not going to run down here.
Don't run down here.
Ideally.
You might have to go down there.
Yeah.
You might have to dodge some things. But just be careful. It's bumpy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we practice Thursday.
Yeah.
Qualify Friday, race Saturday.
All right.
I'm going to call you.
Okay.
Friday night.
I can't wait to watch this qualifying. I've never seen it done that way.
That's how they've been doing it.
I guess I ain't been paying attention to ARCA qualifying really that much.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. So we're going to go down through this tri-oval, and this is just important to know during the race. When they repaved this racetrack, they messed up.
Oh, really?
All right. Right here on this seam.
Yeah.
They messed up.
Is it because it's flat?
Yep.
Okay.
So this bottom groove is flatter than the rest of the tri-oval. And if you drove your Silver Crown, if you ever drive the left front across the apron, you know how it kind of de-wedges the car, takes dynamic wedge out, makes the car free,
Yep.
makes it turn. Well, that's kind of what this does. If you straddle this, you're okay. If you go below, we're going to watch this seam. If you're running through here and you're below this seam, you're fine because you're on one level piece of asphalt. When you're coming through here, the car's in yaw by a few degrees. If you come in here and you put the right rear up on that seam right there, it de-wedges the car a little bit, and it might make it really free when you're in dirty air, like in a pack. If you're the third or fourth car in line with another line on your outside.
So you don't want to be down on the yellow, ideally.
You want to be under that seam on this flat piece of asphalt here, and not up. Don't put the right rear. Don't let the car. Don't let the car.
Don't split this seam.
Nope.
Ideally.
Not really. Don't let the car be like this. Right, where the right rear's up on it and the rest of the car's down here.
Oh.
Because you're kind of yawing through the corner.
Yeah.
Right, a little bit.
That's some pro information right there.
And imagine we're in a line of cars and we got a whole line of cars on our outside, and that line's taking all your side force away, making you free. And so you got to be careful with that seam right there, because you don't feel it sitting in the street car, but this bottom groove is flatter than the rest of that. Okay?
Got it.
It's a real handful in a cup car.
Yeah.
I can imagine it's probably similar in your car.
So the start box is here right at the tri-oval, and then the start finish is up here. That's
way up here. Don't forget, if you're on the last lap,
to keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
It's not like Daytona.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
Can you just go full speed and then pit and show me exactly where you would come down and point at pit lane?
Okay. We'll try to see if we can get up to speed.
Nice. It's crazy how there's no side force in the truck, because the bank just cancels it out.
Yeah. That's an awesome racetrack, man. So much fun.
It's smooth.
Oh yeah.
We're ripping left.
Yeah, we're ripping.
Oh, man.
We're turning left with Dale Jr. What a life. All right, so you just got to call, you got to pit.
Yep.
You're leading the race. There's no time to waste.
I need to know a couple laps beforehand that I'm going to pit so I can be in the bottom groove. I can't pit from the second or third groove. I got to be in this lane.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my car off the corner. I'm going to start rolling out of the gas here, but don't mash the brake until you get straight.
Yep.
So you start mashing the brake when you get the car straight, so that when you do mash the brakes, all four tires go into the asphalt together.
And that gives you enough time from full speed from there.
And here's where you need to be running pit road speed, this line right here. But like if I brake while I'm turning, I'm gonna slide up one of these tires because the car's not perfectly symmetrically loaded.
Straight.
Yeah, I can roll out of the gas in the banking and start rolling out of the gas a little bit.
And you roll off once you're below the line. Roll off.
As you're coming around the corner and we're in the banking, you can come out of the gas just a little bit, real slow. You don't want to
screw the
guy in front. You don't want him running in the back of you. So kind of come off real gradual if that's what you want to do. But wait till you get down on the apron and the car completely straight. Get there as quick as you can, but make sure you got the car completely straight and you can just brake and sink the car into the ground. All four tires the same.
Yeah, you don't want to slide it.
And then you're downshifting, try to get your revs up so you don't wheel hop or lock up the rear tires, right? You ever wheel hopped?
Oh yeah.
In a road course or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So like
dragging it.
Yeah, when you downshift, you don't want to get the wheel hopping and sliding and spinning out into the pit road.
All right, pull into a pit box like your Dale Jr. lead Talladega 500.
All right, our pit road speed is
50.
probably 50. Yep. All right, we're gonna get into this last pit box right here.
Last one.
Yep. I think it's the last one. I can't really tell.
Do you scream Dega when you pull in?
Dega!
Yeah. That's it. And then they go, 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 go. Obviously, you can't look.
Yeah. I give a lane if I can, just in case somebody's out there. I want a door into them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, give them a little room.
All right.
That's it. I think you're going to be fine.
Man, my goal is to finish the race.
Yes.
Number 1 and 2. If I can work my way up, obviously I want to win. You know?
Of course. I think if you just stay in line for the majority of the laps in the first 75% of the race, there will be moments where you're like, this is too good, I got to try this.
Yeah.
Then try it. You can't learn anything if you're not doing things, right? You can't learn if you're not trying and failing or trying and succeeding. Yeah. So if you see a run or you're like, ooh, you know, that line on the outside, they're moving, I'm going to get in it. I'm going to go and see what happens.
But maybe avoid being in the middle of a 4-wide pack.
Don't do any
off the rip.
Don't do any of that. Yeah.
I remember in Dega, all of a sudden we're 3 wide and I was in the middle. And Biffle's like, why is he in the middle?
Yeah.
You know, and then
you gotta
ultimately
abort.
I just got slammed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think running 3 wide in the first, in the ARCA series, you didn't want to do any 3 wide stuff till the very end. That's kind of like a necessary evil that might happen at the end of the race, but it's nothing you want to be a part of early.
Yep.
Your fans are probably going to want to see you give it hell, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to manage giving it hell and being smart.
And finishing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a tough balance.
It is.
But if you see an opportunity that looks good, go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I mean, I'm going to follow my gut for sure.
That's what you need to do, yeah. Everybody's going to tell you how to do it, but you'll just sense. When you're in the car, it'll make sense.
That was some great information. I mean, that seam thing you just told us.
Yeah. That's you'll feel it in the race car. It's hard to tell in this
I'm gonna
vehicle.
run it over inevitably.
You'll feel it. It'll be just like, yeah, that's a little loose because it's got a little flatter on the bottom of the racetrack. And this is, I don't know where the ARCA garage is. This is how we turn in to go behind the wall to the Xfinity garage. I don't know where you guys will be.
Show me how to drive the winner's circle.
Oh, that's a good. I haven't been to the new one. They've rebuilt the whole entire infield.
Sweet.
I think the next thing we're going to do is the museum.
That was good info. Where are we heading next?
I think we're going to check this museum out.
All right, cool.
See some cool stuff.
Awesome. Oh, the merch shop?
Man.
Is it a Dega hat? If there's a Dega hat, I'm buying it right now. Hold on. Oh, they got Baja Blast in here? You gotta be freaking kidding me.
They're cold. I don't know if I can pull this off. What do you think? You think? Where would you wear this?
Oh, you can wear that at the Freedom 500 next year.
All right.
Or you could wear it to dinner with your wife this week.
I can't walk out of here and not take this home.
Come here, bring it up. We got one more shirt, man.
All right, Cleetus.
Let's do it.
All right.
We're geared up.
This is Dad's old bus.
No way.
Yeah.
So you hung out in this thing
I remember
a lot.
I remember going in here and getting my ass chewed.
Really?
Yep.
Dang. This is sweet.
Oh, man, we gonna sign the guest book?
I mean, yeah.
Let's sign it.
Yeah, it smells like that year, you know?
Yeah.
Like that leather.
It smells like 94.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
What's the story with the Aerostar?
That plane
Yeah.
belonged to Bobby Allison.
Oh, really?
Race car driver.
Yeah.
Is this the Alabama building? This is, yeah.
Look at all these cars in here.
Here's all the wreck stuff.
Oh, this is what you've been telling me about.
Yeah, this is hard not to want to see all this. But
wow.
Yeah.
Holy. Oh, yeah, this is Michael Waltrip's Bristol car here.
This is a Bristol crash.
Dude, how in the world?
And this car is Mike Harmon's, and he wrecked it into the same gate that Michael did and had the exact same experience. And both of them climbed out.
Look at how it just spit his seat out to like right there. Oh my God. So they got rid of that gate.
That's right.
Oh wow. What in the world? That is so cool. What the heck?
A Sidewinder missile actually propelled it.
Wow. Dang. I wonder how fast this baby's been.
Right.
Let's get to the info.
Over 400.
What?
409.
That's getting it.
Hop in if you want. It opens.
Really?
Bull crap.
Yeah, we're in there.
Oh yeah, look at that. You're in there, bud.
I got you.
Oh boy.
That's crazy. I wonder what 400 feels like that close to the ground. It's gotta look crazy. That's gotta be gnarly.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
It's pretty weird being in there. This is the car that Buddy Baker ran 200 miles an hour and broke the barrier. I was telling you about that car on the front on the pit road.
Yep, first guy over 200 right here.
That's right. This is the car that I was telling you about.
This is the one?
My baseball car.
That's cool.
Like in my mind, this didn't happen that long ago, but when I look at the car, I'm like, golly, how outdated everything is in there. But man, this thing was fast. This car here won 3 Talladega races. We won 4 in a row. This won 3 of those. It won the July date. The most important race was the July 2001 Daytona race when it was the baseball car. And it won a couple duels at Daytona, a shootout. But this thing, when it didn't win, it runs second, third. I mean, it was just a producing
workhorse.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And I'm glad it sits here. It's kind of cool that it's still around. They would take the front of the cars and cover them with helicopter tape to keep the front from being blasted.
Chafe tape?
Yeah, to keep it from being sandblasted. So
that's chafe tape.
If you didn't run that, you would have to repaint the nose every time you raced it because it would get sandblasted. And so this allowed us just to come home, pull this tape off, and just put new tape on.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to use helicopter tape?
I don't know, but
Chafe tape.
that came in right around this era, right around 2000s when we started using it. You would push people with the nose throughout the race, and you would tear this tape up, and it would get sticky and gooey, and then you would start hooking and steering people because it was it was nasty.
You had so much grip.
It was nasty, yeah. But yeah, so you can see how we beat the front off trying to push people.
Hit the details on her.
Let's go. All right. Daytona Twin 125 in 2001. Run second in the Daytona 500 in 2001. Run first in the 400 at Daytona in 2001. Run first at Talladega in 2001. Second in the Bud Shootout in 2002. Second in the Twin 125 in 2002. We wrecked it at the 500 in Daytona in 2002. First at Talladega in 2002. 6th at Daytona in the 400 at 2002, and first again in 2002 at Talladega.
Dang. This is a legendary car.
It's a great car. This car right here is illegal.
Really?
Yeah. It's about 2 to 4 inches narrow. The
Oh.
whole car. Right around 1983, the team started realizing if they...
Shrunk though.
Yep, shrunk. But like, you see how this fender's bubbled right here?
Yeah.
Like that's how they built all the cars, like clear the tires, right? They started making those really tight and getting them really tight right against the tire.
Yeah.
And narrowing up the cars, going faster, less drag. And then they started making the car actually physically short, like cutting the noses and shortening the noses up. And then you couldn't tell it because there's no template left to right. The only templates they put on the car went from here all the way across to the back.
At that time.
Back then, yeah. They didn't measure this way to this way.
So they're just shrinking the cars without anyone noticing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Until they finally were like, hey. All right, Cleetus, we got to see the museum. They've been upgrading it and trying to put a little polish on it. It's awesome. You see so many cool cars in here. I think people would really be surprised that when they come back to Talladega, you have to tell them, hey, you got to check out the museum.
There's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So you got an education today on Talladega. I thought it was awesome what you did in Daytona. I love that you want to be a part of the sport.
Yeah.
And I love you're interested in it. It's great that you're coming out and racing. And I wanted you to be able to come into your experience at Talladega with a better opportunity to really understand and enjoy it. Yeah, I hope that you learned a little bit today. And
yeah, I feel like I learned a lot. I think running the track and the Tahoe is a highlight for me. Like just to understand your look at the track and the uphills and the downhills. Yeah. That's really useful information. And honestly, just watching you drive into pit lane and all that was cool. And the history was awesome. You know, I can tell you love that stuff, which is cool to see you talk about it. So I appreciate the advice and honestly just your time having us. We're all stoked to hang out with you. Yeah, this is great.
You got to finish the race because if anything happens to you, they're going to blame me.
Now you're on the hook.
So I'm on the hook. We're going to be pulling for you, man.
Yeah, we got that good strategy you told me.
That's right. Well, have fun when you come back and just ask questions. Everybody here, when you go into the garage area and so forth, everybody wants to help. You're going to find that this is a big community, a big family. Everybody's going to want you to have a great experience. And so now you're ready for Talladega.
That's right. Dega.
Let's go.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.